What's going on YouTube? We are back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are going to be starting a dynasty in Madden 22. Now, guys, in this dynasty, we are going to be starting one with the Tennessee Titans, which happens to be my favorite team, numero uno, the number one seed from last year, okay? But we are going to be starting one because I specifically want to start a dynasty with Malik Willis. Yes, Traylon Burks. I just kind of want to see it. I know it's not going to really come out to Madden 22, but I just need to see it. So please remember to like the video, subscribe, share, and comment. And let's get into it, guys. All right, guys. So look, we're going to go ahead and adjust some of the scouting that we got going on here. We're pretty much just going to choose some of the the regions, I guess. I'm not familiar with this part of it. I've never done the scouting assignments before, so I wasn't sure if you could change the position expertise or not. But when I clicked on it, I saw nope, you can just pretty much change the region. So based off of their expertise, I chose which region I wanted them to pretty much scour for that, to basically scout based off of their particular position expertise, because they can scout other positions, but those particular positions I wanted to get from certain regions. So I decided to go ahead and just set it to certain region. So then we moved on, guys, to the talent tree. We have 20 staff points, and I think some guys actually get more staff points if you have pre-ordered Madden, but I didn't because I don't know. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was a while ago. I think I was telling myself, I'm gonna skip this year's Madden. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get Madden this year. And then once it came out, I was like, nope, I want to go ahead and get it. So I only have 20 stat points when I started the dynasty, and if anybody knows me on Madden, which you guys probably don't on YouTube, I am a defensive person when it comes to dynasties. I need a good defense. It's always defense first for me, and then I'll work with the offense. I'll work with it. We'll get it going. So we go ahead and head over to the defensive coordinator and unlock 2 skills in the defensive coordinator tree, where we can change our X Factor abilities and we boost our linebacker tackling. Um, Unfortunately, that's the only stat points I had, though. But so we go ahead and move on to looking at the depth chart, guys, and we're kind of just going through and seeing what all players we got. And I'm pretty familiar with the Titans roster, but I needed to just go through one last time and look at the quarterback comparison. Ryan Tannehill is an athlete. Look at Malik Willis, but then look at Ryan Tannehill. Like, he's an athlete, but because I'm trying to convince myself, do I want to really start Malik or start Ryan? Find out next time. All right, so we take a look at Hassan Haskins, guys. He's also a rookie from Michigan, and we're comparing his stats, pretty much just seeing what he's able to do, because this is a roster that I downloaded. These are not going to be the accurate stats when it comes to Madden 23, but this is the stats that they pretty much put for the roster that they created, the one that I downloaded. So I was just taking looking at the stats, just trying to see what they were good at, what they weren't good at. So it'll tell me how to pretty much use them, So these may not be the real guys, but hey, I want to see the names out there. Want to get an idea of how this thing may work out. And looking at the stats, I mean, I don't think it's too far left or too far right, too far up, too far down. I think they did a pretty decent job of assessing some of these guys, honestly. Looking at the wide receiver position, and you guys may notice that there is a big gap in this position now. It still hurts to talk about this. It really still hurts to talk about this. But moving on to Traylon, who we're excited for. We're woo. We're excited, guys. I promise you. Okay, looking at Traylon's stats, he has okay speed. He's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna take the top off of defenses, unfortunately. But maybe we can get 1 or 2 points over the course of a couple of years. That'll definitely make him a home run hitter if we can get him to like 93, maybe even 94 over the course of some time. But he's has some pretty good, decent acceleration, agility, change of direction. His catch and special catches is pretty good. His jump was kind of disappointing. His carry was okay. Um, I definitely like the run blocking. It was pretty decent for a receiver. So, that's always a plus. AJ, he was a really good run blocker. So we move on to tight ends, and as you can see, it's Austin Hooper and Mikael Pruitt, and I go ahead and move the rookie, Okonkwo. I can't say his first name for nothing. Chizgozium. We move him up to secondary because, as you can see, guys, he has 90 speed, 89 acceleration for a tight end. That is a vertical threat. And looking at his run blocking, because we still want our tight end to be able to run block. I'm like, yes, sir. Let's move him up to second. We're going to let Austin start because Austin still has years under his belt, and he's a damn good tight end, or dang good tight end. Excuse my language. So I'm looking over the offensive line now, guys, and I'm noticing that I'm like, whoa, we're missing somebody. To my knowledge, I think I'm missing like one or two people on the offensive line. I don't know what was going on with the person who made the roster, but yeah, I it's like we're missing David Cassenberry is one, and I think we're missing somebody else. I just can't think of the name right now, but we're definitely missing David Cassenberry for sure. Because I think we literally have him listed as a projected starter on the right tackle. I don't think Petit is starting, or projected to be starting. But moving on to defense. Big boy Jeffrey Simmons, who should be an X Factor, who should be a Pro Bowler, who should be a Super Bowl champ right now, if I'm being honest, He's on defense, and then we're looking at defensive tackle, and I'm like, okay, defensive tackle. We got one defensive tackle. Something's wrong there for sure. And we'll fix that later. You'll see. We'll fix that later. But so we go ahead and just move on and go to check out our linebackers. We look at Rashad Weaver, or left outside linebacker, and we realize we're missing Rashad Weaver, so we go ahead and move him up into the rotation. If you're a Tennessee Titans fan, you know. If you don't, no, you don't know. Our middle linebacker, we're definitely going to have to address in the offseason, guys, because it's looking kind of thin. Zach Cunningham, David Long Jr., Dylan Cole, Money Rice, those are good prospects, but we need somebody who's going to break out. We need, the good prospects, though. Each one of those are really good backups, I feel like. We need a thumper in that middle, though, but we're good on the right outside linebacker. Pro Bowler. That's all I got to say. Looking at our secondary guys, DBs, cornerback specifically, Christian Fulton, Caleb Farley, Roger McCreary, Elijah Moden. We go ahead and you're going to see right now. We're nothing against Buster Skrine, but we're going to have to go ahead and bump you on down there, Buster Skrine. These top four cornerbacks are going to be our cornerbacks. I don't think this entire time I'm playing this dynasty that I'm going to at all look for a cornerback. I'm going to throw money at those cornerbacks to make sure they stay on my team. I like all four of those guys. That's going to be my secondary in this dynasty, period. And depending on how they develop, I may, have to put some of them as my key focus. And I think I already have Caleb and maybe Roger on my key focus. But, yeah, keeping all four of those. Kevin Byard, All-Star, Pro Bowler, future Hall of Famer, should be Super Bowl champ. Amani Hooker, look, this guy, guys, he has talent, okay? This guy, I feel like he's going to get a breakout season this season, all right? Last season, he was great. This season, I feel like he's going to be great. Looking at our special teams, we need speed at special teams. We're going to have to find us a speedster in free agency or the draft, but we need speed in special teams. So that's something we'll have to address. So moving on to the game plan, guys. We currently have it set it up on the song. We have Treylon Burks, Caleb Farley, Roger McCreary. So, yeah, I was right. We do have Caleb Farley and Roger McCreary. Treylon Burks, I wanted to leave him as a focus player, but I don't have enough slots, and I need Malik to get good as soon as possible. I wanted my cornerbacks to move up, and I know Treylon Burks is probably going to touch the ball a lot, so he's going to get a lot of experience points. Malik would too, but I want to double up on Malik because he's overall 6'9". I want to get him good as soon as possible. That's my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, let me go ahead and focus on Malik. Treylon Burks is going to get the ball quite a bit, so he'll get the experience points. He'll get the experience. I don't have to worry about that. I can go ahead and double up on my quarterback and get him as good as possible. So we go ahead and run that training, and I'll go ahead and, just figure, let's just make sure. I don't really care so much about the XP because it's kind of set. It doesn't really change basically, from week to week. Unless you have a focus XP, then you get an extra 300. But I wanted to go through the list and pretty much just check and make sure there was no injuries because when you're doing training, you can sustain injuries, and that's the worst thing that you could experience. So I kind of, didn't want to do that, but we did get a couple of upgrade players from that training that we did. Unfortunately, it was nobody that we were actually looking for. Again, I'm sorry about the background noise. My phone just chooses to go off right now. We go ahead and auto-upgrade those players because, those guys, honestly, they may be replaced at some point, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But, yeah. That's pretty much our prep for the Dynasty, guys. We are going to play the first preseason game specifically because it's been about 6 or 7 or 8 months since I played Madden. So I know I am going to be rusty. Okay, it's going to be bad, guys. So strap in. Please remember to like the video, subscribe, share, and comment, guys. Join me on this journey. All right? Let's get into it.